So, you're ready to take your English to the next level, right? To move beyond just the basics and really start communicating with confidence? Well, you've come to the perfect place. Today, we're laying out a complete and, best of all, totally free roadmap to help you master A2 Elementary English.
Okay, so here's the plan. First, we'll figure out what A2 English even is. Then, we'll dive into a free video toolkit and some core materials. After that, we'll build a study routine and, finally, talk about how to track your progress. Let's jump in.
All right, first things first. Before we go anywhere, we need to know where we're headed, right? So let's get super clear on what A2 English actually means.
Okay, so what are we really talking about here? What skills do you actually need at this level? What does being A2 look and sound like when you're out there in the real world?
So, the official definition, the one from the CEFR, it pretty much nails it. At the A2 level, it's all about being able to handle basic, everyday communication. We're not talking about writing poetry here. It's about practical stuff for your daily life. It's not about being perfect. It's just about, getting by and getting things done.
And here's what that actually looks like in practice. When you're at the A2 level, you can do things like understand simple sentences about yourself, your job, or when you're shopping. You can describe where you're from, talk about what you like and dislike, and handle those little short social chats. You're literally building the foundation for all the more complex stuff that comes later.
Okay, now for the fun part. Let's start filling up our toolkit. And the first tool we're grabbing? Free videos. Seriously, they are one of the absolute best ways to boost your listening and pronunciation skills.
And here's why they're so great. Videos give you real-life context. You're not just staring at words on a page. You're hearing them, the way people actually say them, with the right rhythm and pronunciation. It's such a powerful way to train your ear.
And just look at this list. The variety of top-notch free stuff out there is amazing. You've got BBC Learning English for everyday topics, the British Council for basic conversations, even Cambridge English for exam prep. These aren't random sites, they're trusted institutions with tons of material just waiting for you.
Now, this is super important. When it comes to video practice, the secret isn't watching for hours on end. It's all about consistency. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day, every day, is what really makes a difference. And hey, don't be shy about rewatching the same video. Repetition is how you're going to master those sounds and improve your fluency. Okay, videos are great for listening. But what about the nuts and bolts of the language? Let's talk about the courses and materials you need to build a really strong foundation in grammar and vocabulary. And again, the amount of free support here is just incredible. LingoBest offers a full 20-lesson course that even gives you a certificate. Or if you want to zero in on grammar, you've got English Radar. And, of course, there's Duolingo and sample papers from Cambridge. Seriously, these resources are going to be the backbone of your whole study plan. So you're learning all this new stuff, but how do you make sure it actually sticks in your brain? Well, the answer is pretty simple, actually. You use quick, targeted quizzes. And guess what? All those awesome places we just talked about, the British Council, English Radar, LingoBest, they all have free quizzes. They're perfect for a quick check-in. Like, did you really understand that grammar point? Test yourself. You get instant feedback so you know exactly where you're rocking it and where you might need a little more work. And here's the pro tip on how to use them. Don't just do quizzes randomly. Be strategic. Aim for about 5 to 10 a week, and really focus on the areas where you feel a bit shaky. If the past tense is giving you trouble, hunt down some quizzes on that specific topic and just nail it. Okay, so let's take a step back. We've got our videos for listening, our courses for knowledge, and our quizzes for reinforcement. We've got all the pieces. So the big question now is, how do we put it all together into a weekly routine that actually works? Well, here it is, your balanced study plan. And the best part, it's super simple and totally doable. Look at this. Just 20 minutes a day on videos, about 30 minutes on your courses and quizzes, and then one full practice test each week. That's it. This approach makes sure you're covering all your bases without getting overwhelmed. All right, last but definitely not least, we need to measure your progress. This is the final checkpoint. And it's so important because it's not just about getting a score. It's about knowing for sure when you're ready to tackle the next level, B1. And check out these resources for practice exams. They are absolutely fantastic because you can get that real exam feeling right from home and for free. TrackTest has a full 45-minute mock test covering grammar, reading, and listening. And you can even get official sample tests directly from Cambridge. It's a no-brainer. And here's your target, 65%. That's the score you need to pass the TrackTest A2 mock exam.
Having a clear, concrete number to aim for like this, it's a huge motivator. It gives you something real to shoot for. Now, this bit of advice is absolutely crucial. When you take these practice tests, treat them like the real deal. Time yourself, no distractions. But, and this is the important part, the real work begins after the test is over. You have to go back and look at every single mistake. Why did you get it wrong? Understanding your errors, that's where the magic happens. That's real learning.
So there you have it. You know what your goal is, you've got a whole toolkit packed with amazing free resources, and you have a simple, powerful plan to follow. You are officially 100% equipped to take on this next stage of your English journey.
We've basically handed you the entire roadmap, step by step. Everything you could possibly need is right here. So, with this path laid out right in front of you, are you ready to reach for B1?